Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video, I suppose. And today, kind of doing my young static thing here, and I gotta go to the junkyard. I need an idler control valve for the Integra again. I told you guys that I haven't been running one for quite a while now, and then I bought one on Amazon because Mark from Honda Street Garage was like, yeah, just get a cheap $20 Amazon one, you'll be good. Because it worked for him and it didn't work for me. So the one that I have on there now from Amazon is stuck open, so my idle is high. It's at like 1500, and that's really the only issue with it. Just kind of makes the drivability annoying, and especially sitting at stoplights, and the fact that I can dump the clutch just without touching the gas and it won't stall out. It'll just like barely crawl me forward, and I'll just be coasting like it's in like drive or something in an automatic. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna just go grab my GoPro. It's on the charger right now because I don't take this camera to the junkyard. It's bulky, it is nice, and I don't want to get jacked for, like, you know, whatever. Yeah, I don't want to leave it in the car either because it's hot out. I mean, it's Arizona. So I just want to give a quick shout out to Lazy Man Garage. Thank you for the cute little stickers. So if you guys want to pick yourself up any Lazy Man Garage stickers, or I believe he has almost access to any other shirts and stuff. Here, I got a sticker on my phone too. So if you guys want anything, go hit him up on his channel at Lazy Man Garage. Go show him some love. He's a hard-working dude trying to build a car. If you guys don't know him already, he's got this thing called agoraphobia, and he has basically extremely bad anxiety, and it's hard for him to leave his house, leave his neighborhood, I should say. And this car that he's building is he's trying to make it his ticket out of his illness, I guess, his mental illness. So go show him support. Go buy a sticker, so he can get this car done, so he can get out of his house, and he will forever love you. And anyways, guys, let's get this camera, go get some Dunkin', head to the junkyard. Alright, we got some coffee. Here we go. So made it here to the yard. I already found one Odyssey. There's supposed to be between this yard and the yard next door, which is the same one. It's just the north and the south yard. It's supposed to be like 7 different Odysseys. So hopefully I can try and score at least one idler control valve. This one appears to have the throttle body already missing, and I don't really see it anywhere else around here. So this may prove to be difficult, but you know, I have some high hopes, you know. I mean, I don't think there's any way all 7 could be missing. All right, so here we got lucky with this one. See, this is a cable-driven throttle body here. So this is the old school or old style J series. So this is the same idler control valve as a Type S. Also a older cable-driven V6 Accord from like the late 90s, early 2000s. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off quick. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't break on me. Alright, well, here we got it. This thing is really crusty though, so I'm gonna go ahead and try and find maybe another 1 or 2 around here, and you know, kind of stockpile them up. So I found this one right across from the other one right there, and it was all, I had to pop the hood, it was all here. So unfortunately I did have to cut the intake tube because all the screws on here are rusted and stripped out, so I had to be able to pull this off. But I unhooked everything else appropriately. I didn't cut none of the hoses or nothing because I try to be a nice guy when I'm out here. So here is another throttle body, so here is another idler control valve, so I'm gonna pop this one off, and this one does look a bit crusty, but I mean, I don't know, it's worth a shot. I found another one just right down the row here, so I'm gonna just go ahead and grab this third one just to really be safe, because you know, I just don't have very good luck with these things. So probably be beneficial anyway, and that way I have extras just in case I ever need them, you know. So yeah, just the 4 bolts, a couple hoses, and then just pull the whole throttle body off and undo the 2 screws on it. Well, I scored 3. 2 of them are kind of crusty, one of them pretty good shape actually. Like, there's almost no oils or anything in it. but that was also off the cleanest one too. I'm just kind of taking a walk around really quick, seeing if there's anything else here that might be of interest, but I'm really not seeing anything. There's a couple really smashed up Civics, no Integras, no Del Sols, so nothing really of any benefit to me, but you know, it never hurts to look. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here in just a moment. All right, so I got them all, got all three of them. They're 14 bucks a piece with the warranties, so that's not bad at all. So I'm pretty stoked. That's, I don't know, $286 cheaper than buying it new, and they're OEM Honda Denso units. So again, obviously being Junkyard parts, it's a gamble, but the extra $2 for the warranty, I can bring it back and get my money back if that's the case. So let's get out of here. It's hot as crap, and my AC compressor clutch seized up on me, so I'm just dying out here. So, been home for a few minutes now. I went ahead and took the throttle body off because you just saw me do 3 throttle bodies at the yard, so I didn't feel the need to film this one as well. This is my cheap little Amazon $22 idler control valve that is no good. Came right out the box, malfunctioning. So you can get these, again, this is a Type S throttle body. I mean the K-Tune Type S, whatever, but the Type S shares the same idler control valve with a 98 to 2004 Honda Odyssey with a 3.5 with a cable driven throttle body, same style. So I mean, no, more or less, yeah. Or the same year Accords, I think, that came with the 3.2 or 3.0 or whatever, they use the same style as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap these over quick. I'm gonna have to work on cleaning this off, and then on the K-Series, most K-Series pieces like this, they don't use gaskets. They use Honda Bond. This idler control valve came with a gasket on this, but this throttle body does not use a gasket, is not cut out for it. So I just use Honda Bond, and that will seal it just fine. So yeah, I'll swap these over and see if it works. So one of the other things I had planned for today is I wanted to try and get these, the hatch sanded down or wet sanded and polished, that way I could throw the spoiler back on. The whole car needs to be done and whatnot, but we just went to Harbor Freight and got a polisher and some pads and stuff, and I didn't realize just how expensive cutting compound is. So the rest of the car is gonna have to wait till I get paid, so that way I can, you know, spend $80 on compound. But for now, should be able to just make do with the trunk using the cheaper stuff. It'll just I guess take a little bit longer to actually cut through it, but yeah, we're gonna try and give this our hand at it, and hopefully it turns out pretty decent. So the process for this is the same like when you sanded the panel, so I could reshoot it, right? And then instead of shooting,
you can already see the difference. I'm just trying to get this puddles off, and then once these big puddles are off, I don't know if you can see it, if it'll pick up in the camera, but you can see the orange peel in this. I don't know, I can anyways from where I'm standing.
Yeah, it's hard to see, but
it's even textured, you can feel it, and that's what we're eliminating by wet sanding, is the texture of the paint. We want it smooth as possible, so light doesn't have any high areas or low areas to reflect off of, so you get even reflection, and that's good.
So it's probably been like 25-ish minutes worth of wet sanding. So you can already see like this is all light blue, like faded, and this is all shiny still. So this is all done up the whole trunk. So now it is super smooth. And we used 800 because this had a lot of orange peel plus those drips and whatnot. So yeah, I see now that this whole car is going to take a long time, but the trunk is the main part, like I said, just for today, because I don't have the right compounds, the cutting materials and stuff, so we're going to have to use some cheap crappy stuff to hopefully make this work. So just going to set up scrappy little cheap boy from Harbor Freight, $40 special.
They spin, that's all that matters. I don't think this compound's aggressive enough. Like, it's bringing the shine out of it.
Well, I had to go get some more sandpaper because the compound we have isn't more or less for cutting, fine cut cleaner, so it's not super aggressive, I guess you could say. So it really brought out the shine, that's for sure, but it definitely did not get rid of more of the blemishes on here, so we have to keep sanding. So it's been $800, so I bought a couple of these 2 little variety packs. So it's got 1,000, 15, 2,000, and 2,500. That should be more than enough for just the trunk. And yeah, like I said, when I get paid, I'm gonna have to buy a lot of sandpaper and a bottle of real compound. But hopefully this will work. Hopefully this is enough to get the trunk looking good so I can get the stupid spoiler on. So whole trunk, 2,500 wet sand. And this side has already got the polisher stuff on it, the cleaner. So I definitely need to, the sandpaper cut down a lot of it, but the cutting compound is what I actually need to finish getting the rest of this discoloration out, I think, from the high spots, from the drips or whatever. All in all, I mean, the reflection, this stuff brings out the reflection nice, but that's not exactly what I'm trying to do at the moment. So, you know, it's just one of those things. I guess I'm gonna just have to be patient, wait till I get paid and go spend 40 bucks on some cutting compound. But all in all, I mean, it's getting done, so probably just gonna leave it at this, like do the whole trunk, but leave it at this, slap the spoiler on, and then when I get paid, go back and do it. I mean, it's only 4 bolts, it's just, I don't know, it is what it is. So alongside all the paint stuff, it's been a couple hours now since I put that idler control valve on, so that Honda bond should be well cured by now. I mean, it's pretty warm out, so I'm gonna fire it up. I apologize if that made a bad noise because that scraped the tin. So yeah, I'm gonna fire it up quick and see if it actually made a difference. Give it a few minutes to warm up and see what it settles down to. If it settles down by around 1,800-ish, then it's doing its job. As long as it's not a 1,500, I should be okay. Sweet, I think this is the winner. I blipped the throttle and it hangs for a second and then drops down, which I'm pretty sure is normal with an idle air control valve. Yeah, buddy. So I got my other lens on for the moment because I was taking some pictures, but here's how the trunk turned out. Garnish, trunk. So it looks super mint, but he was just explaining to me that I have to wait. I don't know, the car's been painted about 2 weeks, so probably another 5-6 weeks before I can actually seal the car. Like put some real protection on there. So there is some other stuff that he has that we can use, but I'm gonna wait until we do the rest of the car, which is obviously gonna be a lot of man time. So I'm gonna probably start working on it over the next like week here and there. Maybe this weekend if I have some people over, maybe we can all kind of pitch in, try and get this all wet sanded up as quick as we could and as nice as we could, because that is a humongous difference. That is so smooth, and then coming down here you can straight see all the texture. So Huge difference. But I'm gonna go grab the spoiler and slap that on real quick. Spoiler is on. The car is looking good now. I cannot wait to cut and polish the rest of this car. Like, it's really just such a different paint almost, like, after it's been fixed. So right now, before I end out this video, I'm just gonna splice in this connector here. This is my turn signal. It must have broke because it was just butt connected, so I'm gonna just re-butt connect it. But it must have snagged when I was putting the bumper on or something, so my turn signal on this side wasn't working. But this is such a shame. Look at this. This is what the monsoons will do to a 1-year-old car tent. So now I got to figure this whole thing out. And I got car tent stuff falling all over my darn car. But yeah, I am extremely stoked that the idle air control valve works. Like, wow, good thing I didn't drive this very far. That could have been bad. I honestly say this is the first time in a while that I've had a solid day. Like, I mean, not just a good day speaking, but like things have actually gone more or less according to plan. I didn't know how long that cut and buff would take, so I wanted to try and rip my harness out, my my sub harness, and try and chase the wires down, like, you know, and make sure everything's pinned correctly. Brian got me the printout finally, so I wanted to make sure everything is good, and that way if it is, then I can chase down a different issue. But I'm still having that intermittent limp mode start, which I'm almost certain is a harness issue, but I'll save that for another day. Got the blinker hooked up, got it working, so I'm gonna end this video right here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it was entertaining enough. You got a little bit of insight on how to go about cutting and polishing. And yeah, I am, again, excited to see how this turns out when it's all done. Just need a little bit more money, you know? Always need more money. But anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, hit thrust that like button, slap the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. That helped me out, you know? And yeah, anyways, guys, do what you love. Think about the rest, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.